Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're unlocking the secrets of one of the most fascinating quarters in the U.S. 50-state quarters program, the United States $quarter coin Maryland 1788 to 2000p. A coin that not only celebrates history but also hides rare errors that could make it worth a small fortune. So if you love coins, collecting, and discovering hidden gems, listen carefully because this one might just be in your pocket right now. The Maryland State Quarter was released in 2000 as the 7th coin in the 50-state quarters program, honoring Maryland's admission to the Union in 1788. Its reverse design is bold and beautiful, showcasing the Maryland State House, the oldest state capitol in continuous use, framed by white oak leaf clusters, which represent the state tree and symbolize strength and endurance. The intricate details of this design give the coin a regal and historical look, making it one of the most elegant in the series. But what truly makes this coin special isn't just the design, it's the rare and valuable errors that some lucky collectors have discovered. Among the millions of Maryland quarters minted at the Philadelphia Mint with the P mark, there are select examples that feature striking mint errors, and these are the ones serious collectors are chasing. These rare coins have turned heads at auctions and drawn huge interest from collectors across the country. They're not just coins, they're valuable artifacts of minting history. One of the most eye-catching and valuable errors seen on this quarter is the double die error. When a die strikes the coin multiple times out of alignment, it can leave noticeable doubling on key design elements. For the Maryland quarter, doubling has been found in the word Maryland, in the architecture of the State House dome, or even in the oak leaves. This kind of error adds depth and distortion that's visible even without a magnifying glass, and that's what collectors love. A well-preserved double-die Maryland quarter is not only rare, it's in high demand. Next up is the dramatic off-center strike, one of the most visually obvious errors you can find. This happens when the planchet isn't properly aligned during minting, resulting in a portion of the coin's design being struck off to the side. A Maryland quarter with an off-center strike, especially one where the date and mint mark are still visible, is a prize that stands out in any collection. These are bold, beautiful mistakes that often command a premium price. Then we have the fascinating struck-through error, which occurs when a foreign object like grease or debris gets between the die and the planchet during minting. This can cause parts of the design to appear faded, blurred, or missing altogether. On a Maryland quarter, this could affect the finely detailed State House or the oak leaves, turning a common coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible that sparks immediate interest among seasoned collectors. Another subtle yet highly collectible feature to watch for is die chips and die cracks, small raised metal bumps or lines caused by worn-out dies. On the Maryland quarter, these can appear around the dome of the State House or within the oak leaf design. While they may look like tiny flaws, they're actually mint-made anomalies that make your coin unique and valuable, especially when found in uncirculated condition. Speaking of condition, this can't be stressed enough. Condition is key to maximizing a coin's value. Collectors and graders look for coins in mint state condition, particularly MS 65 or higher. These coins exhibit strong luster, no signs of wear, and crisp, detailed strikes. If your Maryland quarter has a rare error and is in this kind of top-tier condition, its value can go from impressive to extraordinary in an instant. The Maryland quarter continues to grow in popularity as collectors seek out the rarest and most visually striking error coins from the State Quarter series. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces have all seen high-dollar sales of error-marked Maryland quarters, especially those with certification from top grading services like PCGS or NGC. As demand grows and the supply of high-quality errors shrinks, values have only gone in one direction, up. So this is your sign. Now is the perfect time to go digging through your change, revisit your coin folders, and carefully inspect every Maryland 1788 to 2000p quarter in your collection. Get out a magnifier, look closely at the lettering, the dome, the leaves, and the edges. Look for doubling, missing details, strange marks, and anything that seems just a little bit off. That could be the clue that you're holding a very rare and very valuable coin. and now for the most exciting part. One incredibly rare Maryland 2000p quarter, featuring a striking double die error and graded in top mint state condition, was recently valued at an unbelievable $98,000. Yes, that's $98,000 for a single quarter that may have once passed through someone's hands unnoticed, until a sharp-eyed collector realized its true worth. If you found something that looks like an error or have a Maryland quarter that seems unusual, drop a comment below and tell us about it. Share your stories, your questions, or even photos of your coins, because you might just be holding the next great discovery in modern American numismatics. Second rare coin, we're diving into the history and hidden treasures of a coin that celebrates the vibrant spirit of the Pacific, the United States $quarter-dollar coin American Samoa 2009p. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves coin hunting, this coin deserves your full attention. Because beyond its stunning design lies a potential jackpot waiting to be discovered, and we're about to tell you exactly how. This quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, following the incredibly successful 50-state quarter series. The American Samoa quarter honors this beautiful U.S. territory known for its rich culture, tropical beauty, and deep-rooted traditions. On the reverse side of the coin, we see a design that's both powerful and graceful, a Samoan fruit bat mother hanging with her pup, a nod to the importance of family and the unique wildlife of the islands. This touching image was chosen to bring awareness to species native to the region and to symbolize protection and nurturing. But while this design alone is beautiful, what really excites collectors is what lies beneath the surface, rare errors that can make this coin worth thousands. Let's start with the double die error, one of the most sought-after errors in the coin world. This happens when the die strikes the coin more than once in misalignment, creating a ghost-like doubling effect on certain elements of the design. For the American Samoa quarter, doubling can appear in areas like the lettering, American Samoa, the year, 2009, or in the textures of the fruit bat's wings. These doubling errors aren't just cool to look at, they're rare, highly collectible, and have sold for impressive amounts in recent auctions. Another captivating type of error found on this coin is the off-center strike. This is when the coin wasn't properly positioned during the minting process, resulting in a portion of the design being pushed toward the edge or even cut off. A 2009p American Samoa quarter that's off-center, especially one where the date and mint mark are still visible, can easily become a centerpiece of any collection. These visually dramatic errors make a strong impression and are always in high demand. Don't forget about struck-through errors, which occur when foreign materials, like grease, debris, or even another piece of metal, get in the way during the minting process. This can cause parts of the coin's design to appear missing, faint, or smudged. Imagine the bat's wing disappearing into the background, or parts of the words fading out. That's not damage from wear, that's a mint-made error, and these are incredibly valuable to collectors who know what they're looking at. Another fascinating error is the die break or die chip, often referred to as a cud when it appears near the edge. These raised lumps or cracks in the coin's design happen when the minting die starts to fracture. On the American Samoa quarter, collectors have discovered die breaks near the bat's face, around the edges of the wing, and even in the lettering. These small details make a big difference and are often missed by the average eye, but not by serious collectors. Now here's something every coin collector knows: condition is everything. Even the rarest error won't bring top dollar if the coin is heavily circulated or worn. That's why coins in mint state condition, especially MS 65 or higher, are incredibly valuable. A rare American Samoa quarter with a prominent error and brilliant, uncirculated shine can turn into a massive payday, especially if it's certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Over the past few years, the American Samoa quarter has seen a spike in popularity. With collectors focusing more attention on the territory's quarters, and with error coin hunting becoming a booming niche, these coins are now getting the spotlight they deserve. Rare versions have been seen in auctions, coin shows, and collector groups, and some have brought in truly astonishing prices. This coin, with its emotional design, limited production run, and error variety, is rising fast in collector demand, so now's the perfect moment to start looking through your coin jars, your quarter rolls, or even those old wallets you haven't touched in years. Pay close attention to your American Samoa 2009 P quarters. Examine the lettering, check for doubling, study the design of the bats, and look for off-center details or unusual surface textures. Use a magnifying glass, take your time, and don't ignore anything that seems just a little different, because that could be your goldmine. And now, here's the most exciting part: one rare American Samoa 2009 P quarter, discovered with a dramatic mint error and graded in superb mint state condition, was recently valued at an incredible $50,000. Yes, that's $50,000 for a single quarter you might easily overlook if you're not paying attention. If you've come across a coin like this, or if you have something in your collection that looks off or unusual, don't hesitate, drop a comment below and share your find. We love hearing your stories, answering your questions, and helping you identify potential treasure hiding in plain sight. Let's grow this amazing coin community together. Third expensive coin, we're diving into a coin that blends art, history, and incredible collectible value: the United States $quarter coin WareFarm 2020D. Whether you're a longtime collector or just getting started, this quarter is one you absolutely do not want to overlook. It's more than just spare change, it's a hidden gem that could be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for. So sit tight, listen closely, and let's explore the treasure hidden within the WareFarm quarter. Released in 2020 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the WareFarm National Historic Site Quarter is a tribute to one of the nation's most scenic and culturally rich landscapes. Located in Connecticut, this site celebrates American Impressionist painting and the creative spirit that defines American art. The reverse design is stunning. It features an artist standing at an easel, painting in open air with trees, a classic home, and rolling countryside in the background. The inscription, "A National Park for Art," beautifully captures the coin's artistic soul and makes this design stand out in any collection. But for collectors, the true magic lies not just in the design, but in the rare minting errors and unique variations that turn this quarter into a potential goldmine. Among the millions of WareFarm quarters minted at the Denver Mint, some contain extremely rare and valuable mistakes, and it's those coins we're focusing on today. One of the most exciting errors seen in the WareFarm 2020D series is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the die in a misaligned manner, leaving parts of the image or text with a shadowed or doubled appearance. In this coin, collectors have reported doubling in the words, "WareFarm, a National Park for Art," and in the finer lines of the easel or artist's figure. This type of error isn't just eye-catching, it significantly increases the value of the coin due to its rarity and visual uniqueness. Another incredible variety to look out for is the off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned in the press during minting. This results in a portion of the design being shifted or partially missing, creating a dramatic effect. For the WareFarm quarter, an off-center strike that still shows the full date and mint mark is a real prize, and these have sold for impressive prices in auctions. You should also be aware of struck-through errors, which happen when debris like grease or metal shavings get between the die and the blank planchet during minting. This can cause parts of the design to appear faded or missing. Imagine the easel fading away, or the landscape becoming mysteriously blank. These are not post-mint damages, but actual mint errors, and that distinction is what collectors are willing to pay big money for. Also, keep an eye out for die cracks and die chips, which appear as raised bumps or lines caused by aging dies. On the WareFarm quarter, these can occur around the borders, in the tree branches, or even on the artist's body. Though subtle, these features can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a unique collectible. And the rarer the placement and condition, the higher the value. And don't forget about condition, because rarity means nothing if the coin is heavily worn. To command top dollar, a WareFarm quarter must be in mint state condition, especially MS 65 or above. These coins shine with full luster, have crisp details, and are free of scratches or dings. A rare error in this kind of pristine condition is what every serious collector dreams of finding. The WareFarm 2020D quarter has gained momentum in the collecting world not just for its design, but because of its low production volume, artistic theme, and increasing number of known error types. It's a coin that perfectly blends art and rarity, and collectors are taking notice. Graded error specimens are showing up in online auctions and private sales, often fetching thousands more than expected. And as awareness grows, demand for high-grade, error variant where farm quarters continues to surge, so if you've got some quarters tucked away, or you're sorting through rolls or pocket change, don't rush past your Ware Farm 2020D quarters. Examine the coin carefully with a magnifier. Look at the letters, the details in the artist's brush, the sky, the trees, and any unusual textures or gaps. Anything that seems slightly off could be your ticket to a major find. And now for the most exciting part, one rare example of a Ware Farm 2020D quarter, featuring a dramatic error and preserved in top mint state condition, was recently valued at a jaw-dropping $19,000. Yes, that's $19,000 for a single coin that many people overlook every day. Imagine the possibilities, and now imagine that coin could be sitting quietly in your own collection, waiting to be discovered. If you found a Ware Farm quarter with strange features or think you might have a valuable variation, share it with us in the comments below. Let us know what you've discovered, and if you're unsure, post a picture and ask. Our growing community of collectors is here to help you every step of the way. Especially, get ready to explore one of the most beautiful and underrated coins from the America the Beautiful series, the United States $quarter coin Cumberland Island 2018 p. This is not just a coin with artistic beauty, but one that could quietly be hiding an incredible surprise, the potential to be worth thousands of dollars due to rare minting errors and collector demand. So if you're a coin lover or just curious about the coin sitting in your change jar, you'll want to listen closely to this video and maybe take a second look at what you've got. Released in 2018, this quarter was issued to honor Cumberland Island National Seashore in Georgia. Known for its untouched beaches, maritime forests, and rich wildlife, Cumberland Island is a true national treasure. The reverse of the coin features a majestic snowy egret with its wings gracefully extended as it stands among marsh grasses, a breathtaking image that captures the wild and peaceful nature of the island. The P mint mark indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia, and although millions were produced, not all were made equally. Some of them have errors that elevate their value dramatically. Now let's talk about what makes some of these quarters incredibly rare and highly collectible. One of the most well-known errors is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has a slight misalignment, causing parts of the design or text to appear doubled. On the Cumberland Island quarter, doubling has been spotted in the inscriptions such as Cumberland Island, Georgia, or even within the fine feathers and wing tips of the egret. These are incredibly sought after by collectors and can drastically increase the coin's value if found in mint state condition. Another striking error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the planchet, the blank coin, is not properly centered in the press. The result is a coin where part of the design is missing or shifted to one side. If the date and mint mark are still visible, an off-center Cumberland Island quarter becomes a must-have for error collectors and can sell for an impressive premium, but the surprises don't stop there. Some rare Cumberland Island quarters have been found with struck-through errors. That means something like grease, cloth, or metal shavings got between the die and the coin during the minting process. These errors can result in faded or missing elements of the design, making each coin uniquely flawed in a way that excites serious collectors. These are not damage from use, these are genuine minting errors, and they are rare. Collectors have also reported die chips and cracks, which are raised areas or lines caused by a worn or damaged die. These can show up in the egret's body, the grasses, or around the coin's rim. While these might seem small, they turn an ordinary quarter into a unique variety that collectors love to hunt down. The more dramatic or oddly placed the chip or crack, the more interest it gets from buyers and grading experts, and if you're wondering whether condition plays a role, absolutely. Coin condition is crucial. A rare error is one thing, but when it's found in pristine, uncirculated, or mint state condition, the value goes way up. Coins that have been professionally graded at MS 65 or higher are the ones that fetch the biggest prices. So if you find a rare error coin, protect it immediately and consider getting it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. the Cumberland Island 2018 P quarter is becoming more and more popular among collectors, especially those who specialize in modern era coins. With its stunning wildlife design and variety of era possibilities, this coin continues to show up in auctions and online marketplaces, and when it does, it gets a lot of attention. Collectors are paying top dollar for high-quality errors, and as time goes on, these coins are only becoming harder to find in excellent condition. So what should you do now? It's time to check your change, search your quarter rolls, and flip through your coin folders. Take a close look at any Cumberland Island 2018 P quarters you might have. Examine the details, especially the text, the egret's feathers, and any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, die chips, or anything unusual. Use a magnifier or loupe to get a detailed view, because sometimes the most valuable errors are subtle and easy to miss. And now, the moment everyone waits for, yes, a rare and error-filled Cumberland Island 2018 P quarter, in brilliant uncirculated condition and professionally graded, was recently valued at a jaw-dropping $15,000. That's $15,000 for one quarter that may have been sitting quietly in someone's drawer, completely unnoticed. Can you imagine turning just 25 cents into that kind of money? If you think you found one of these special coins or want help identifying what you have, drop a comment below. Share your story, post a photo, and let the coin community help you out. Whether you're new to collecting or have years of experience, this is the place to learn, discover, and maybe uncover your next big find. Next coin, we're spotlighting one of the most inspiring coins from the America the Beautiful series, the United States $quarter coin Fort McHenry 2013 P. This isn't just any ordinary quarter. It's a piece of history, art, and hidden value that could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your change jar, or your collection. This quarter doesn't just tell the story of American resilience, it could also be the key to discovering a small fortune if you're lucky enough to spot the right features. The Fort McHenry quarter was released in 2013 as part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program. This stunning design honors Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland, the very site where American forces bravely defended Baltimore Harbor during the War of 1812, inspiring Francis Scott Key to write the Star-Spangled Banner. On the reverse of the coin, a beautifully detailed image shows the fort's ramparts, a waving flag, and dazzling fireworks lighting up the sky, capturing the spirit of victory and celebration. It's a striking tribute to American courage and patriotism, but what truly makes this coin shine for collectors is its rarity, its unexpected errors, and its increasing value. While millions of Fort McHenry quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, only a small fraction contain the kinds of mint errors that drive collectors wild and make this coin highly desirable in today's market. These errors are not post-mint damage, they are legitimate mistakes from the U.S. Mint, and when found in pristine condition, they can command serious prices. Let's begin with one of the most talked about features, the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once slightly out of alignment, resulting in doubling on specific design elements. On the Fort McHenry quarter, this can be seen in the De Pluribus Unum inscription, in the lines of the fireworks, or even in the flag's waving edges. These doubling effects are subtle but unmistakable once you see them, and coins with this kind of error are extremely rare and collectible. Another eye-catching error is the off-center strike. These are coins where the image appears shifted due to misalignment during the minting process. Imagine the design pushed to one side, with part of the rim completely blank. It creates a dramatic look that's instantly recognizable. Off-center Fort McHenry quarters, especially with the full date and P mint mark still visible, are among the most valuable modern error coins on the market. Now let's talk about the struck-through error, a fan favorite among error collectors. This happens when a foreign object, such as grease, metal shavings, or cloth, gets between the die and the coin. This creates areas of missing detail or unusual textures. For a Fort McHenry quarter, this might mean blurred fireworks, a distorted flag, or even missing lettering, and these errors add uniqueness and value that can't be overstated. Other features to look for include die chips and die cracks, which are small raised bumps or lines caused by wear on the die over time. On this coin, these can show up around the stars, on the flagpole, or in the fireworks design. These might seem small, but they make each coin distinct and worth a closer look, especially if the coin is in mint state condition, and of course, as with all valuable coins, condition is everything. A coin with a rare error can still go unnoticed if it's worn or scratched. That's why MS-65 or higher graded examples are what bring the big money. Coins that are clean, sharp, and uncirculated, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, are the ones collectors are actively hunting for. If you have a Fort McHenry quarter with a unique error in mint condition, it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. This quarter has grown in popularity over the years, not just for its bold design, but because of how hard it is to find one with the right combination of error and condition. Online marketplaces, auction houses, and coin conventions are seeing increased demand for high-quality Fort McHenry quarters, especially those with authentic mint errors. Collectors are realizing that coins from this series are modern treasures, and they're willing to pay top dollar for standout pieces. So what should you do next? It's time to go through your change jars, quarter rolls, and coin albums. Look closely at every 2013 Fort McHenry quarter you find. Use a magnifier to check the lettering, the flag, the fireworks, and the rim. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, strange textures, or tiny bumps and cracks. Anything that seems unusual could be a valuable error, and that discovery could change everything for you. And now comes the most thrilling part: one rare Fort McHenry 2013 quarter, found with a dramatic mint error and graded in pristine mint state condition, was recently valued at an astonishing $35,000. Yes, that's $35,000 for a single quarter, a coin that may have been passed around in everyday transactions until someone finally realized its true potential. Imagine discovering something like that in your own collection. If you found a Fort McHenry quarter with something unusual, or if you want help identifying a possible error, drop a comment below. Share your discoveries with our amazing community, ask questions, or just join the conversation. We love hearing from collectors, beginners, and everyone in between. Last unique coin, we're shining the spotlight on the United States $quarter coin Lowell 2019 a coin that not only carries powerful history but is also gaining serious attention in the collector's world for its rare errors and rising value. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and enjoy this fascinating journey, because this could be the coin hiding in your pocket change right now. The Lowell quarter was issued in 2019 as part of the iconic America the Beautiful Quarters program. This coin honors Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, a place that captures the heartbeat of the American Industrial Revolution. The design on the reverse is deeply symbolic and incredibly detailed. It features a female textile worker at a power loom, gazing out the window at the Butt Mill Clock Tower, a tribute to the strength, determination, and innovation that powered a nation forward. It's a beautifully crafted design that brings both artistry and heritage to life on a small silver canvas. But what takes this coin beyond beautiful and into the world of high-value collectibles are the rare and fascinating minting errors that have been discovered on some of the 2019 Lowell quarters. These rare variations aren't just interesting, they are incredibly valuable, especially when preserved in mint condition. And these small mint mistakes could make the difference between a quarter worth 25 cents and one worth thousands. One of the most notable and highly prized errors associated with this coin is the double die error. In certain examples, collectors have spotted noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, particularly in areas such as United States of America, Lowell, and even within the intricate textile machinery and window frame. These doubled elements are not caused by damage but by a rare error in the minting process, and when discovered in high-grade condition, they're a dream find for serious collectors. Another significant error that adds value to this coin is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly centered during the minting process, resulting in a design that appears shifted, with part of the coin's surface left blank. An off-center Lowell quarter with the date and mint mark still visible is considered highly collectible and is in very high demand in the error coin market. Collectors have also been thrilled to find examples with struck-through errors, where foreign material like grease or debris interferes with the die during striking. This can lead to missing details in the worker's dress, the loom, or the background buildings. These rare errors create visually striking and completely unique coins, and that uniqueness can skyrocket their value. Keep a sharp eye out for die chips and cracks, too. On the Lowell quarter, these often appear around the clock tower, the window panes, or near the edge of the textile machine. These tiny raised areas or lines might seem minor, but collectors absolutely love these small details because they make each coin one of a kind. Now let's talk about condition, because even the rarest error won't fetch top dollar if it's heavily worn or scratched. The most valuable Lowell quarters are those found in mint state condition, often graded MS 65 or higher. These coins have full luster, crisp detail, and show no signs of circulation. If you have an error coin in this condition, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. Interest in the Lowell 2019 P quarter has been growing steadily, especially among error coin collectors and fans of the America the Beautiful series. These quarters are showing up at auctions, coin shows, and online sales with surprisingly strong prices. Collectors love the unique subject matter, and the hunt for errors has made the Lowell quarter one of the most talked about modern coins. So what should you do right now? Start searching your change jars, coin rolls, or collections and look closely at every Lowell 2019 P quarter. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the fine lines of the loom, the edges of the lettering, and all the smaller design features. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, die chips, or anything that stands out as unusual. The smallest detail could be the clue to a major treasure, and here's the part that makes collectors' hearts race. One spectacular example of the Lowell 2019 P quarter, featuring a rare doubling error and preserved in mint state condition, was recently valued at an astonishing $20,000. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000 for a single coin that someone might have spent without even realizing its worth. This is why we say the most valuable treasures are often hidden in plain sight. Have you found a Lowell quarter with unique features? Think you might have an error coin in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know. We love hearing your stories, answering questions, and helping our amazing community of collectors grow and learn together. If you found this video informative or inspiring, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin spotlight. Keep searching, keep collecting, and always remember, your $20,000 coin might be just a quarter away.